Ooh, pirating. A lot of people do that now, and they have been doing it ever since freaking services suck. They absolutely suck doggy cheeks. They suck. They do, and that's why people are doing it. And that's why I believe that the main reason why people pirate things is not because they don't want to pay money. No. Well, that can be some of the reason, but again, I don't think that's the biggest reason. But the biggest reason I think people do pirate is because of the service, and the services suck. So I'm gonna give my review on this. I didn't do any research on this. This is just from my head, and take everything I say with a grain of salt. So during the rise of streaming services, right? I'm going to assume that not a lot of people pirated then because they were easy to use. It was cheap, it was easy to use, and it was on demand, and all that because it was illegal. Because it was illegal. It was a legal thing to do. So why pirate? Before the rise of streaming services, pirating was very frequent because it was kind of hard to get things because you have to do like DVD players and all the other things. I haven't been there. I'm a freaking Gen Z guy, so I've been born when DVD players were a thing until streaming services and like DirecTV and all that. So like that's where I was, but it was hard back then. So a lot of people used to pirate. That's what it is. It was just incredibly hard. Nobody wanted to do that, so they want to avoid it because a lot of people like to do things that are easy. So they did the easiest way they could. But when streaming services started to rise, and the Prime streaming service, not Amazon Prime, but like the Prime age of streaming services, a lot of people didn't pirate. They didn't because they were easy. Like for example, big boy Netflix. Netflix was super easy to use that people didn't need to pirate because they could have just paid for it because it was cheap, and also the service was pretty easy, right? But nowadays, when we live in a society where a big company tells you that you can't own your games no more, or that we will be very vigilant about your password sharing, or we will raise prices for this certain membership, even though there'll still be ads in it, we're still gonna raise the prices up. Like, and we live in that society. It's gonna be incredibly hard not to pirate nowadays. It's almost like companies nowadays are forcing you to pirate crap. Now, I don't see a lot of pirating with music because I think music, especially because of Spotify, people don't really pirate music that much because it's just easy. Just get Spotify. Even if you don't pay for the premium membership, you still have access to a lot of different songs of your choice. If they give you so much freedom, they can just make a playlist of all your favorite songs no matter what. And even though there still may be ads like every 2 songs and you can't skip every 6 songs, that's a more legal and effective way to listen to music than to just pirate it off somewhere. And that's why I don't believe that music doesn't really have that taste anymore, doesn't really have that problem, because, well, why? It's cheap. Even the premium for Spotify is cheap. They have student things like there's even a Spotify thing where if you get Spotify Premium for the student discount, you can also get Hulu for free. But we don't know about Hulu because Disney Plus wants to buy Hulu for some freaking unknown reason and just want to exterminate it, indefinitely. So it kind of sucks. But this applies to more like streaming movies and TV shows and also games. Because when we live in an era where service providers are telling you that you can't own your games, or we're gonna raise the prices, or and make it hard for you to share your password with anybody, so everybody as a friend or family can also view what they want to view, it's just not gonna happen. People are kind of pirate because it's more effective. Like there's some examples out there where TV shows they're not even complete on certain they're not even complete on certain freaking streaming services. Like for example, like if I'm watching this TV show here and they only show this amount of episodes, right, and they don't finish it, and but you have to like finish watching it on another streaming service in order to watch the continuation. Like why would you want to do that? That's too hard, right? And also there isn't like one streaming service. I'm pretty sure the closest thing I can say is probably Hulu to some extent, but there isn't one streaming service out there that provides literally everything, the entire kit caboodle, like the entirety, the freaking everything that you want, right? But there is one service that does provide everything that you want, and it's free. Pirating. illegal streaming sites. They provide that better for you, right? So I'm not advocating for piracy. I'm not saying that you should pirate and don't pay for the streaming services, but I've been seeing all over the internet about these, services saying these bullcrap things that drives the consumer away, even under the consumer. And if you make it hard for the consumer, well, they're not going to consume your products no more. And that's why they're going to resort to this, almost like these service providers are literally forcing you to pirate. They're not forcing you to pirate, but what they're doing, their actions are forcing people to pirate, and that's what I think is happening right now, and it needs to be fixed. If you want to fix pirating and you don't want to do it no more, you don't get rid of pirating entirely. You fix the services. Once you fix the services, pirating will probably decline, and it will, hopefully. And even if you do pirate certain things, I saw a study on this, and it's true. People who pirate crap are most likely your target audience, and if your target audience sees your product, there will be a high chance that they'll probably pay for your product as well, as a service of like, oh, I enjoyed this product, here, let me give you some money to show some appreciation. And there has been studies of this. I've heard of it somewhere. There is. But yeah, short little video. I don't want to talk too much about this because that's just what I believe. But overall, piracy, the problem with piracy is a service problem. It is. That's it. Thanks for watching.